blah. And I remember like waking up and I was like, I don't like me.
Olá, todo mundo. Muito
I'm a
obrigado pela
horrible
audiência de
person. And
vocês.
listen,
Obrigado por
people
convidados
can
aí
say
a
anything about
participar,
anybody else, but there's
querendo
no
participar
person
com a
I hurt
gente.
more on this
Pode
earth
ficar
than
em
my
inglês,
wife.
vamos conversar aqui.
And we're still married. We're
No
still
meu leque
together, but I
função,
had
se
to
você está
change.
convidado aqui,
I had to
conversar inglês
realize,
comigo.
wait a
Se
minute, because
quiser,
one thing is
pode
I love
subir,
the
tá bom? Se
image.
quiser aparecer
And the
também, fica à
image was the
vontade.
most important thing. Like, oh man, look at who I am. I'm this, and this. And then you turn around and you go, I'm tired. Because what happens is you're two people. You're the image, and then you take it down, and you're like, okay, now I'm this. And it's exhausting. And I realized even through therapy and through once me and my wife started to work it back, like together and really work, because I wasn't being honest. And it was like, man, everything is in honesty. Everything is, you tell your, because one thing is you're scared to tell your wife what you like or don't like because you think she's not going to like it. But she's like, tell me. If you just told me in the beginning, we would have been fine. But you're trying to play this image game. And what happened is your wife, my wife married a person that she didn't even know because it was the image.
Even for her was the image.
Even for her. And this is early. We got married young. So I got married the day before my 21st birthday. We were dating at 19 and the whole thing. So you're thinking you're running that game. And it took me a long time to learn these lessons.
É um recurso muito popular aqui no Brasil.
And I had to
Ele já
rebuild
veio
my
várias
life. I
vezes
had
no
to take
Brasil,
it
né?
all down.
E ele
And I mean, when I say take it all
patrocinado por grandes
down,
marcas, né?
everything, smash it.
É um cara
And we had to
sério,
rebuild it,
mas
rebuild it. And we had already been married, had kids, the whole thing. But I said, I don't like, because people were like, well, you know, Hollywood doesn't care if you lose your family. They don't care. You know, hey man, we'll get you. First of all, now you can do 4 movies. You don't have to go home because you don't have a home. You know what I mean? But I was like, who do I want to be? And this is another thing I realized is when you watch all these big movies and all this stuff, it all fades away. Think about it. Who remembers what happened? Who won the Oscar 10 years ago?
I have no idea.
No idea. Who won the championship of whatever, the World Cup 15 years ago?
It's very
Nobody. Athletes, actors, all of it is only as good as this year. It's only as good for now because everything else goes. But you know what really never goes away? You and the ones you love. It never goes anywhere. You know what I mean? Like that's the legacy. The legacy is not a movie. The legacy is your family. And I went, oh God. Like it hit me, man, so hard. The legacy is what people say about you when you're gone. I want people to say,
isso é bem interessante porque para muitas pessoas o legado não é importante.
You know what I mean? That's the legacy that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It gets bigger when you're gone, like years.
Not only what people say, but you have to feel that you are a good person, right?
You have to.
And some people can show the image of a good person, not being a good person. And also, there's a lot of people who shows this image of not that much of a good person, and you know them in person like such an amazing person.
Yeah.
There's people talk so many shit about this guy.
Yeah, but you meet them.
They're like, what the fuck? This is
you start to realize, wait a minute, I'm getting the wrong picture.
Yeah.
This is another thing I love is the fact that you got to take everybody at their own, you know, because don't believe what people are saying. Don't believe because first of all, the media wants enemies.
But that's what happened to me all the time, Jerry, in my country. Because I'm a comedian, it happens all the time. People come to this podcast and they're like, you know, I was worried. And now we have that's so good. We have such a good connection. It's like, I'm a good person. Tell the world. But, so the image sometimes doesn't match who you are. And you want this to match. But at the same time, how much is the price you're gonna pay for that? You know, sometimes it's like, you know, you probably got some projects that people are not waiting for you to get. Some people want you to be in a box and you want to run away from the box. So it's like, what is the balance of pleasing my audience and being true to myself? Sometimes they don't match, and it's difficult.
Listen, I have a perfect example for that. You know what? A magnet. You ever see a magnet? A magnet, if you electrify it, it's strong and it's really the power that comes through. And people, what you seek is seeking you. The people will come to you. Boom, 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 boom. But one thing people forget about a magnet also repels. You flip it around. You can't push it together. That's everything. There are people who are not going to like you. There are people who are never going to like you. And that blew my mind. I was like, that's it. You don't have to please everybody. You're a magnet for the people who it's like attracts like. Your people coming. But the people who don't like you are being repelled. And that's okay. All of it is natural. It's okay. Where I had a problem is when I was trying to bring the people who were repelling. And you know what I mean? Like, come here, no. And it's like, you can't do anything about it.
Because sometimes to reach them, you end up losing people who really want you.
You know, now, that phrase is called demagnetizing. When you lose your magnet, you don't ever want to lose the magnet. Now you're just like everything else. You're just sitting there on the table.
That's a very good metaphor.
Isn't that a great metaphor? Don't lose
You
your...
came up with that. This is amazing. You read that in a very smart book.
But I'm a visual. I see it. And I was like, man, keep my magnet. Keep my magnet. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to be all, I'm sorry. No, it's just, you're not for me. But the people that are for me, this is why I love Brazil. Because Brazil comes to me, it's like a magnet. And it's like, boom. And I love it. I'm like, yes. But there's some places, not me. I don't like them. Not my style. You know, you're like, okay, but that's okay too. But what you don't want to be is demagnetized. Nobody cares. You're just sitting there like, whatever.
But you know, nobody teaches you that.
O torcedor brasileiro. Tem quem vira comentarista profissional, tem quem acha que camisa da...
You know, because if I had this conversation, like when things were like difficult in my career, someone said, you know what? Don't worry about the people who are not. You're not gonna flip their minds. They're not gonna just all of a sudden like, you know what? I like this guy. No, that's not gonna happen. So just embrace who you are, and that's it. Because sometimes you wanna please. You don't want just to be. You want to be loved. That's why we are entertainers. Every entertainer want to be loved. Please don't come with this thing that like, oh no, I'm doing my.
I don't care. No.
You are doing your own art. You have an atelier for yourself at your house. A job for yourself. You want to show your art to people, so you want to please them.
Yes.
You don't want to be hated, but that happens, and then what can you do? Nothing.
And it hurts. First of all, it hurts. When you get rejected, it hurts. Hey, you're a comedian.
This is very therapeutic for me.
Yeah, no. It's very, listen, I'm talking to me too. You know what I mean? This is very therapeutic for me because it hurts. When you reject it, it hurts. But you need it.
Yeah.
You need it because that's the only way you're going to find out what works. That's the only, you're a comedian, man. The only way to find out what's funny is the bomb. Is when you find out the joke didn't work.
It's brutal. You gotta do it.
It's brutal, man. First of all, the workout hurts, but it's worth it. Like you get stronger, you get better, you learn the right path. But man, and if you quit, you're not gonna be strong enough to take it. So when people are like, I don't like it, or even coming at you really hard and like he's mean, he's supposed to do this and he's doing it, and it started to get real judgmental about who you are. Then after a while, you start to, you want to be liked, so you change a little bit, and it doesn't work. The best thing people could ever go through is to get canceled. I really do. I feel like once you get through that and you go, I'm still here. I'm alive. This is good.
You're right.
I've been canceled several times for different things. And people go, and you realize that those are the repellers. Those are the people who are the opposite side of the magnet. Just not going to work.
We call this in Brazil separar o joio do trigo. Is because this is something you do. You're like just separating. It's like beans and rice. You know, like okay, rice is not going to be with me, but I want good beans.
It doesn't. But is anything wrong with the rice? No.
No.
Anything wrong with the beans? No. It's just you're not for me. Some things don't. Oil, water doesn't mix. I don't care what you're trying to do. Try to mix it for the rest of your life. It's not going to work. And that's okay. But what happens is when you find what your purpose is, you need to be oil.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Oil's on fire.
Yeah.
Oil, we can use it. We can roll with it. You know what I mean? I want to be that oil. I want to be. You can water.
You don't want to be water that just adapt to things. You pour water and water adapt
It
to
just
things.
soaks in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no. I'm oil. I want to be that oil. I want to be special. I want to smell good. I want to be great. You can put something right there. You be good.
Yeah.
I want to make it. You can use it in your car. You can make it go. I'm that guy, and I the passion that I have for this business will never end. Like every day I wake up, man, I'm like, oh man, I get to do this. I get to do this. And it comes from, and this is another thing, is I write down my goals. Like I write down what I want to be. And a lot of times, if I showed you that thing, you'd be like, this is crazy. This is so big. But I made my goals super, super big so that I have to change to get into it. You know what I mean? Like if your goal is really, if you set your goal low, it's too easy. Like you're gonna go and you're like, oh, woke up. All right, I did it. It's all good.
But what is a huge thing in your that list? Just tell me one.
O torcedor brasileiro. Tem quem vira comentarista profissional, tem.
I'll tell you, like for one thing for me, and I'll tell you an old goal that I hit. There was a time I said, I want to be known all over the world. Like that was my thing. And at the time, I was nothing, like nobody. And I was like,
Where were you?
Terry Crews cresceu com medo dentro da própria casa. Seu pai, alcoólatra e agressivo, fazia sua mãe sofrer constantemente. Desde pequeno, Terry presenciava cenas de violência, mas uma delas nunca saiu da sua memória. Ele tinha 4 anos quando viu o pai dar um tapa tão forte na mãe que ela desmaiou. O medo tomou conta da sua infância, a ponto de ele fazer xixi na cama até os 13 anos. Quando adulto, já casado e com filhos, Terry tentou unir os pais para um Natal em família no ano 2000. Antes da visita, pediu ao pai que se comportasse, especialmente na frente das crianças, mas o pedido foi ignorado. Durante o encontro, seu pai agrediu a mãe mais uma vez, quebrando 2 de seus dentes. Aquilo despertou uma raiva que ele nunca havia sentido. Mais tarde, ao encontrar o pai sozinho, Terry o confrontou. Agora é entre eu e você, disse. O agrediu até vê-lo no chão, sangrando, mas ao invés de sentir alívio, percebeu que a violência não era a resposta. Hoje, Terry compartilha sua história para conscientizar sobre a violência doméstica. Ele aprendeu que revidar não traz paz e que o verdadeiro caminho é quebrar esse ciclo de dor.
Beleza, muito bom. Hello everyone, this is Weston again. Thank you for coming. I invite you to come to my live stream to share some English ideas. Well, sometimes we don't feel confident about our own communication skill. But I want to tell you that I am not considered a perfect speaker, and I want you to understand that you can reach a better level of confidence in English or Portuguese, because of Brazilians are listening to this. I believe that we are able to do the best to achieve success. And if you communicate well, things is going to be good for you, and certainly you will reach better results in your life. And hello, everyone. Hello, thank you for coming. It's a privilege for me to be here, and even now I can talk to you guys. You are available to talk. Let's talk. Let's do this together. We can grow. We can share good ideas. And Portuguese, why not? Tem aqui comigo aqui uma revista. Olha só a leitura que temos aqui, ó. Cyndi Lauper became a music industry sensation in 1983 when she released the album She's So Unusual. It contained no fewer than 4 top 5 hit singles, and Lauper was the first recording artist to achieve this goal. The single included such a classic as Girls Just Wanna Have Fun and Time After Time. Loper's career may have had its ups and downs since then, but her fans were delighted earlier this year when she released Bring Ya to the Brink, her first album of original material in 11 years. Yet Loper, who is considered a gay icon and in spite of being married with a hockey-playing son, is not one of the planned promotional interviews. When she met with the press to talk about her new album, the conversation soon turned to the forthcoming presidential elections. Listen to me, America has a chance to overcome, and Obama is very bright fellow. He's a Harvard grad. He's young, with energy, and very bright man who's gonna hire a lot of very bright people, and hopefully he's gonna get an economist because we are just gonna start feeling the ramifications of the past 8 years. That's the truth, and he needs to get people in there because we're gonna work together and change it. Listen, you know what they did. It's amazing. Carve Row, another evil person. They will get there one day. I believe that karma will catch up to them in the most iconic way for them. They know. Just let God and nature do it. There is a great spirit somewhere. It will come upon them because you can't keep pushing and blatantly doing the wrong choice without bouncing back in your face because it's like waves. Comes back. So I think that Obama is our only chance and you better get on your bandwagon because all the young kids who are gonna be all the new voters. It's massive. It's massive. Pride and prejudice. I am hoping it's just if people will vote, what they have been taught is they were handed a view of good about religion and gay marriage, which has nothing to do with them. What would they care if somebody's marriage the same-sex person? As my friend Wanda Sykes always say, if you don't believe in same-sex marriage, don't marry someone of the same sex. What do you care what they do? What are getting bent out of shape about people who have lived together for 20 years? Wanna get married? Will you just line up and get, what what do you belong to? You know, www.buttikinsky.com, come on, .org or whatever. Get your nose out of somebody else's life, put it in your own and focus. If you teach hate and fear to children and they are homophobic and they are racist and they get all hung up with that, that's gonna destroy their life and unwin them to the point of ridiculous, to the point of no return, to step up to the plate and understand that while smoking mirrors was in your face and they were making you think about the thing. These people have nothing to do with God. They have absolutely no religion because if they did, they would not preach hate. Mountain language. It's not a religion, or I mean, or maybe it's not a religion. It's not mine. It's not successful. If you preach an exclusive society as opposed to inclusive, for instance, you are trying to move rock up mountain. Only 10 people were allowed to move this rock, not the 100 standing here because we feel that the 10 elite people should move it. Well, let me tell you something. Somewhere else where they are gonna use the whole 100 they're gonna get a rock up the hill a lot faster than you because it's stupid not to include everybody. You don't know where the next wonderful idea is gonna come from, and it ain't gonna come from just somebody white and ain't gonna come from just somebody straight. It ain't just gonna come from a male. It's gonna come from everybody, and that will give you strength. And I think that the young kids today and the young adults who are able to vote feel a frustration with that has gone on. They are fed up and they want a change, and I applaud them. I will help as best as I can. I just want people to feel empowered to vote, even just look at what people really voted for against and then make their choices. Be educated, you know the facts, the real facts. Don't watch Fox News. Listen to editorial and get all scared because that's all they are doing. They are playing with you. They are playing you and they are cool to listen. Because your pockets are empty, they took your money, what little you had, they took. Aí, garoto, leitura de mais um texto em inglês. Praticar leitura em voz alta favorece, entendeu? E pelo menos o seu cérebro ele se condicione mais um pouco, né? Entenda que você fez alguma coisa naquele idioma, consolida as memórias, entendeu? De vocabulário, de fraseologia, tá? Também de pronúncia. A pronúncia está muito boa, tá? Sou muito grato por ter essa oportunidade aqui de conversar aqui em inglês. Muito obrigado. Vou terminar a live. Muito obrigado. Foi muito bom estar com vocês. Você vai passar 10 horas assistindo esse